Who is featured in the film with us. David, if you'd like to go ahead and stand up. And David Ferguson, please stand up. Thank you so much.
I don't know if you know the points for this, but the director's not here, but I think his name is Brett, the director?
Brett Whitcomb.
Brett Whitcomb. It's you, how did he, I don't know if he was, I don't think you said he doesn't really own one of these Rocket Fire Explosion bands. How did he get, do you know how, what brought him to making this a documentary? Like what?
The documentary came about after Chris programmed his first show, Miss New Boo. He put it on YouTube, and after about 750,000 views, it wound up in the lap of Brett. And he went from there to meet Chris, and they met because of the YouTube video that he had programmed with David's software.
Yeah. Cool.
Right here.
David, it just kind of gave a little blurb at the end about programming, but does it, at no point in the movie are you really kind of explain as far as what you've done. Can you explain like the software you created and things like that?
Do we have a couple hours?
You got 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. Well, basically a short story. Okay. Back in 2003, kind of like along the same lines as Damon here, I noticed a robot set for sale and got my hands on some. And I'm into electronics and software and such, so I wrote some software just for my own personal use to set up a couple of robots in my apartment and make them work, because it didn't come with a control system. So after I'd done that, I ran into him and Chris Thrash, and they came to me saying they wanted the ability to use the show with new songs, so the kids nowadays would enjoy it like we did. And I said, yeah, sure, we can, I can repackage the software, put it together in a more user-friendly manner, so that it's pretty much user-friendly, right?
It's as user-friendly as clicking a bunch of buttons can be.
So yeah, I repackaged it, called it Program Blue, and we all kind of use it to create custom shows and share it, amongst each other. Kind of created this crazy phenomenon.
Next question. Oh, go ahead.
What year did you buy your show?
February of 2003. I won it from Aaron Fector off of eBay.
Oh wow.
Arranged to fly down to Orlando, rent the U-Haul within like a week's time, had it loaded up, drove it home. It was a very much of a whirlwind weekend. It sat at my father's house for 2 years as I was in the process of refurbishing it before it got moved to its permanent location.
Did they sell the last set?
No, he still has the last set. Make him an offer. When he was creating them back in the 80s, it was costing $125,000 to produce a show brand new. I don't even want to begin to think what that would be adjusted for inflation. But that was then. I'm sure he would sell that last show for less than that now.
What is he doing now?
Aaron Fector, yeah. Aaron Fector he's into several things. He's still got that star launcher that he was talking about. He still dabbles with that. He still is subcontracting people to produce the masks and other parts for him, so he's in that. His biggest thing right now is he takes bids from people who want to see a certain show program. And starsup.com is the website. You can put in a bid to have your show rockified, as he calls it. That's his biggest thing right now that he's doing. Well, no, that's not his biggest thing he's doing right now. Animatronic Experimenter's Kit. He actually has an Animatronic Experimenter's Kit for kids. It's $299. Comes with a mask, a cylinder, everything is set up for a kid. They can actually have a head that'll mind to program that they create.
Yes. I'm the general manager of the Chuck E. Cheese down in Greenwood.
Sorry.
I'm also the general manager of Showbiz. I've been
Well, you did good. I spent $2,500 on my walk-around costume. The masks are still comparable, I think, $600.